Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be decorating for summer and I am so excited. I love summer. It's one of my favorite times of year just because of all the energy that's kind of floating around, but I cannot believe we are already to summer because I feel like winter lasted forever and then spring went by like that. Like, I just cannot believe we're already to this point, but I'm so excited for today because we are going to be decorating our main living area. We're gonna be decorating in our living room. Also our brand new renovated kitchen, we're gonna be decorating in there as well. And I am doing it all on a low budget, of course. So I'm going to be reusing a lot of decor that I already had, and I'm also gonna share a brand new decor haul of a few things that I did get this year, but I got it on a crazy low budget. I'm also going to be sharing 3 new recipes. So I'm going to share some delicious homemade strawberry lemonade, also a 1-pot pasta, super quick and simple to put together. And I'm also going to be sharing the most refreshing and delicious summer salad, perfect for summertime. We have a ton to get done today, so let's get into it. I wanna hear you say that you only want me. Sunshine betting on a good time. I've been chasing butterflies all afternoon. Night drives cruising on the highlights, spending all of my time kicking with you, honey, with you. Ooh, honey, with you. Oh. So the boys are home for the summer, which means our house is full of lots of lively, loud, wild energy. But one thing that we've been doing every single day, actually morning and night, is like a family pickup. And it has been saving me. It's been making our house not feel so chaotic all summer long. So I never like look forward to the pickup, but it only takes a few minutes because we're doing it twice a day as a family. And so anyway, we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna call the boys down. Luke's actually not here. He's at a camp right now, but Liam and Noah are gonna come down. We are going to do a quick family pickup, tidy up the space. Then I will do my own little cleaning and then we will get into decorating. Alexa announced, "Okay boys, come on down. We're gonna do a quick family pickup."
Announcing.
"Hey boys, come on down. We're gonna do a quick family pickup." All right, let's do this.
It's getting late now. Everyone's leaving. So you call me up like every other evening. Same old when you need me. Kiss me just like before. I am lost now completely. Here we go again. Just like
I feel like most cleaning routines really kind of only involve the homemaker a lot of times, which in our house is me. Thank you very much. But sometimes including your family in the routine really makes just such a huge difference. I mean, don't get me wrong, like all our kids, we all have our own little chores that we do all the time, but including them in this daily cleaning routine, it just makes our house feel so much cleaner, way more often, twice a day to be exact, and it goes really fast. And honestly, it's kind of the same concept as when you help cook something, you're more likely to eat it, or at least that's the case when my kids help me cook. For us, it's the same way with cleaning. When they are responsible to clean it, they keep it a lot cleaner when they're a part of the process. I feel like we get so busy during the school year with sports and activities and all the things, but during summer, our family has a little bit more time. It is a little bit more chaotic sometimes, but we also just have a little bit more time together. And so I feel like this time of year really allows for this schedule. And we are honestly just loving it so much. During the school year, we will typically do this in the evening, but doing it twice a day makes such a huge difference. So if you have the time allowance for that in your house, I would definitely recommend trying it out.
feels the same when you hold me now. Like every time I fall fast, I'm fragile when you come around. I'm back where we started, and we caught it. I can't let go, and you know it, so that's why you're here. So you play me once again, love, and push my buttons once more. I'm back where we started, and we caught it. Same old,
You guys, you have no idea how happy it makes me to see our finished kitchen behind me as I'm like cleaning it. And I've told Kyle this, but every time I clean the kitchen, now that it's all finished, I feel like it's almost easier to clean because it's all done, which I think is just a psychological thing. But I am just so happy that we're finished with the kitchen. It turned out amazing and it's just everything I wanted. I'm so thankful that we took our time. We saved up for this. We put in lots of sweat equity into this and it just turned out exactly how I was hoping it would. But anyway, I did want to say I made a kitchen renovation playlist and I will have that link down in my description box, but we shared the entire process here on this main channel as well as over on our vlog channel, which is Kyle and Amanda. So if you're not already following us over on our Kyle and Amanda vlog channel, definitely check that out. But I'm not only excited because now we get the kitchen of our dreams, but we also are able to focus on other spaces in the house, like our laundry room, our pink bathroom, our bedroom, and maybe we'll even think about installing those doors on our guest bedroom that we've been neglecting for quite a while. But anyway, we are going to be actually taking a couple weeks break because we are getting ready to go on a trip to Montana. Maybe we'll film a video while we're there, maybe not. I'm not really sure kind of what that's all going to entail over there. But once we get back, we are jumping right into the bathroom makeover. We were actually hoping to get that done before we left, but it just wasn't in the cards. So we'll be sharing that video probably sometime like early July. So now it's time to go ahead and just pull down all of our spring decor. And I really loved how all of the spring decor came out. I did get some comments from a few of you saying that I should not have decorated with any black in our spring decor because that's not very springy. And at the time I was thinking like, I really like the little pops of black, so I just went with it. But now that I'm looking back, I'm like, maybe you guys were right. Maybe I should have held off on some of those black pieces. I didn't have a ton, but either way, I'm not including my black pieces in our summer decor because I really want that to be like super bright and fresh. But you guys will have to let me know what you think of the summer decor, especially compared to the spring decor that we had up until very recently, like right now. Of course, it is time to wipe the shelves down. So I am just using my dry duster at first, and then I'm going in with my e-cloth with just water and then drying them off with my glass and polishing cloth. Now, I would love to say that I do this like very, very frequently, but no, this is something I do only 4 times a year. I do it specifically once every season at the beginning. And it kind of works. Obviously, you can see it does get a little neglected and it does get a bit dusty, but at least it's getting done this often, right? But whenever I'm decorating, I definitely never skip out on this because, as you can tell, it is very needed. And it's never easier to do than when I already have the ladder out and I already have everything pulled down. So I just go ahead, pull everything down, wipe everything off, and I'm good to go until next season. Alright, so before we get into all the decorating, I wanted to share with you guys my Temu haul because we have been shopping through Temu for the last several months and I'm so excited to be teaming up with them in today's video. I've gotten several orders from them and every time I do, I just am blown away that you're able to get so much for such an affordable cost. I've actually had a lot of experiences where I will find something on Temu that I have previously purchased elsewhere and Temu will have it for a fraction of the cost. So I definitely spent more money buying it through someone else and I'm like kicking myself wishing I had known about Temu previously. They have so many things on their website and app. The shirt's actually from Temu, hairbands have been from Temu, my slippers are from Temu. My earrings, like they have so many cool things. They have clothing, they have accessories, they have kitchen and organizing items. They have obviously home decor, which I'm gonna show you guys today. So they just have a ton to offer, but let me show you guys what I got. I got these little ferns. You can stick them into a planter. Look at these really pretty florals. I think they look so real, and I just need to kind of fluff them out and they'll look even better. More florals, super pretty to pop into a vase and perfect for summer, but they came in like a lot of different colors. Oh, this is one of the ones I was so excited about. This vase set. So it came with this smaller vase as well as this larger vase. How pretty are those? This I thought was so cool. Not abstract, but it's just very simple. So it's like a wire vase and you can put a cup of water in here and put like a live flower in. Also got this vase, very pretty. I think technically you could use it as a cutting board, but I think it's so pretty just to put on a shelf. This cute little wooden diffuser. I thought this would be perfect to put kind of over in our dining room area. I also found this little wooden tray, this cute little woven basket, this really pretty table runner, and it has like this fringe detail on the ends. Loads of pillow covers. You guys know I love changing out pillow covers because you don't have to store a bunch of extra pillows and they're way more affordable, and on Temu they're like crazy affordable. This one right here, this guy. Oh my gosh, these ones are so pretty. I actually got 2 of these. It's like the prettiest little design. I love like the really creamy background and then the white stitching on front. You guys know I love neutrals, but how pretty is this? Perfect for summertime, right? Also grabbed these 2 leaf plates. And then I even found this little bird feeder. I think it's gonna drive the cats crazy, but it'll be so fun to see all the birds up close. And you can section it right to the window and then put bird seed in here and the birds will just come right up. How pretty is that? Some dried lavender and baby's breath. It smells so good. So there's like this mountain scene, this pretty beach scene. Oh my gosh, you guys, how perfect for summer is that? And those sweet little flowers on the bottom and a little boat dock. Oh my gosh. Also got kind of like a very simple floral design one. This is like so summery to me. Like how pretty. Anyway, if you have not shopped through Temu yet, definitely check them out. You guys will be blown away at all that you can get for such a low cost. And they also have a ton of other perks, like they offer free shipping, free returns, payment protection. We have just loved shopping through them. And I'm so excited because Temu is offering the This Crazy Life family a way to save even more through their website and app. So all you have to do is check out the link in my description box or search the code here on the screen and you can get up to $100 cash coupons so you can save even more on top of their already great deals. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so excited to be decorating with all of this stuff. Look how pretty this all is.
When we were teenage girls and now tomboy t-shirts, when life was good in the worn out sneakers, when we were fine like the complex.
So before we get to decorating, I do want to put together some of the little canvases that I got into frames that I have. That way I know I can kind of like get a better idea of where I want to put them, and we'll just be ready to like fully decorate the built-ins. Gosh, how pretty is that? And I could actually just take the glass out and kind of attach it to the back of the frame if I wanted a more vintage look, but I think I might want to change them out here and there, so I think I'm just gonna leave it like this for now. So pretty. This is always such a great way to decorate on a budget. You can order prints like this or even download your own prints and print them out yourself. And then all you have to do is stick them in a frame that you either have, you can thrift a frame, or you can even find them new from the store if you don't have any for pretty cheap. So definitely an easy and affordable way to decorate for any season. And I am just swooning over these prints, especially the first 3 that I have. I feel like they are very summery, but in like a subtle way. I just love them.
He say hello, she say hello. Where this will go, nobody knows.
All right, this is always the most overwhelming part, is like just starting out. So what I like to do when I'm decorating shelves is I start with what I know. Like, I know our diffuser will be over there. I know we will have a remote bowl somewhere on the first bottom shelf so that everyone can put their remotes, whatever. And then I just kind of build out from there. And anytime I get stuck, I will stop, move to a different area and come back to it, because it'll always come to you. It just might be in a different order or, you know, setup than you had originally planned. So we're gonna start with the remote bowl. And then I love this piece so much, so I think I'm gonna try to see if I can put this down on the bottom just so that we see it like really all the time. It's kind of a focused piece. I typically love to add greenery or florals or something on most shelves. So I'm gonna try starting out with this little guy. Now, I might end up grabbing like a little jar sometime and putting like live flowers in here, but for now I have these dried ones that I got, the baby's breath and lavender, and I'm gonna see if it kind of works to just set in here. The bottom little ring will actually keep them straight, or at least that's my hope.
Chasing neon lights, I'm looking for some kind of trace to lead me out of darkness. Give me a little faith, something to make me stronger, someone who could light the way. Then you came to me and you gave me reason.
Here I was obviously struggling on where to put these florals, and Liam came up to me and he said that he wanted to help me decorate, which I thought was like the cutest thing ever. And then very quickly he lost interest when Noah came and asked him if he wanted to play on the trampoline, and that was a lot more fun than decorating with mom, which I totally get. So anyway, he ran along, but before he left, Liam gave me the idea to use these florals on the coffee table, and I actually thought it was a great idea just because they are a bit taller. So I set them aside and went for some other options for the shelf. And as you can see, it's definitely a lot of trial and error. I know I talk about this every time I decorate, but truly don't give up whenever you're decorating. Just keep trying, moving things around, step back, go back up, move things around again, take another look. Like, it's definitely a process, but eventually you'll find the pieces that really go together. A lot of times I try to add a greenery piece to each shelf, and then I kind of try to stagger those greenery pieces. And then another tip that helps me is using the rule of threes. So that just means when you have groupings to use 3 items, and that usually just ends up looking really pleasing to the eye. So there are a lot of different tips that you can use when decorating, but those are a few of the things that kind of go through my head while I'm doing this. I'm really liking how it's turning out so far, and I feel like it's looking way more summery, a lot more bright. But you can see, like, I'm just adding in a few new pieces. Like, that one's new from Temu, that vase and florals from Temu, that behind there is from Temu, like those things. But a lot of it is actually stuff I already had, and it's looking so different.
Every time we touch, I feel at home. There's no way I'd ever let you go. When you put your hands in mine, I know I'm gonna be alright.
All right, one big tip that I have for decorating with decor that you already have is to pull everything down. Just like I did before, I actually wiped down and cleaned the shelves. But the reason I do that is because then you don't end up leaving things in the same place and just only adding in a few different things or shifting around a few items, and it kind of ends up looking like the same space. But when you actually pull everything down, then you really start with a clean slate, and then you end up pairing new things together, putting the decor items that you already have in new places, on new shelves, in new ways, things like that. And it just helps keep everything looking really fresh and not like just a repeat of the last season.
My side. Every time we touch, I feel at home.
So this is actually another item that I got on Temu. I didn't show you guys in the haul because it wasn't all put together at first, but I immediately added this to my cart when I saw it on Temu because I feel like this one can be used all year round just by changing out what I put in the little jars. Even for Christmas, you could put little sprigs of pine, and I feel like that would be so cute, or like little berries. I don't know. I have all these different plans and ideas in my head already, but I thought this was so pretty, and I love the mix of glass and metal tile and wood, but I just added in some fresh flowers for a pop of color. And then when I moved the bowl to the bottom shelf to make room for the flower vase stand, I ended up adding in these little lifesaver mints. Let me know if you've had these. They are like such a favorite in our house, and I feel like we're always grabbing them just whenever we step out the door.
Same, but go ahead and use me. I need it now. I need it now. All them pretty words always lame. You're trying to entice me.
For the coffee table centerpiece, I swapped out our round tray for a rectangle one, grabbed a vase from my office, and then I used those florals that I got from Temu, and I mixed them with some of the olive branches that I had for years, and I just ended up loving the look of this so much. I feel like it's my favorite way I've ever styled our coffee table. Let me know what you think. All right, I'm loving how everything is turning out in here. I love this like center area on the coffee table, but I need to clear the couches because I want to change out the throw pillows for the ones that I got from Temu. But I'm also going to have Kyle like drill in some pilot holes to these two chairs because the feet, like the rubber feet of them came off, and so we need to actually put new ones on so that it like doesn't scratch up our floor or anything. So I'm gonna have him work on that for a minute. And I'm gonna put the decor off to the side so that we can change up the pretty throw pillows.
Too much love for me. Got too much love for me. Got too much love for me. So much more than a natural built, and I won't lower myself. I play a different game. Got too much love for me. Love for me.
Do you hear that?
Here's one we just did.
Yeah. These ones have like feet, but they're these little like plastic ones. Kyle is just prying them off with a screwdriver.
Just stick the corner of your screwdriver in there and there we go.
Yeah. Taking those off. And then we're just going to add the feet, like screw in those other feet. And the nice thing is there's already a hole in here, so we don't even need to like pilot hole anything. You just screw them right in.
Right off the bat, I knew I loved you. You had that sparkle in your eyes, some kind of shimmer in your presence.
So a quick tip for pillows is if you want them to be like very full looking, either size down on your pillow cover or size up on your pillow insert, and that will make them look way more like plush and filled out. Otherwise they can be a little bit saggy. So like these pillow covers are, I believe, like 18 by 18, and then my pillow inserts are all 20 by 20. Look how full and pretty they look. I love this. I think these are one of my favorites. How pretty is that design?
There ain't no other way but to sing to me, as simple as I say. No need to overanalyze it. We grew apart more every day. When times get rough, I try to tell you we need to fight in every way. No hugs, no kisses could protect us from what the future had in store.
All right, the living room is looking so nice. I love it, and I love the new pillow covers. We are going to move into the dining room and the kitchen area, and then I will tackle the floors. I'm just not gonna do it right now. We have like all those feathers on the floor and just all the mess. So I'm gonna do all the mess making first, and then we'll tackle the floors at the end. I really like our table to stay very functional because we use our table daily. So I just don't want a ton of decor all over the table that's always getting in the way or anything. But what I do like to do is add a little table runner, and then I also kind of change out the fruit bowl. I have a few that I kind of go between. And on a side note, I actually have plans to change out our table and chairs to kind of match the sideboard that we redid and our island chairs and everything. Now, I actually already found some chairs to refinish on Facebook Marketplace, and those are patiently waiting in the garage for me to get to them, but I'm still searching for a table. I'm sure that I'm going to end up getting one from Facebook Marketplace, so it's just a matter of time until I find the right table at the right price. Okay, I actually think I ordered a darker one than this, but I do really like this one. So this is like an indoor-outdoor rug. It's really thin. I'm going to have to for sure like let it kind of relax because right now it still is trying to curl up. And then once it relaxes all the way, then I'll put like rug tape on it. But I do think it brightens the kitchen and looks really nice. This is that acrylic birdhouse that I showed you guys in my home decor haul. So all I did is stick it to the window, added some bird seed, and now we are just waiting patiently for the birds to come. But the cats are definitely already interested, like wondering, what is this exactly? And then over on this side counter that we always refer to as our hot cocoa bar, even when we don't have hot cocoa or anything like that over there, I added that little leaf plant as a candle stand to protect the counters. And then I also used some old planters that I had to make my own little DIY herb garden, and then I just placed those on like an old cutting board that I had. I personally love having herbs in the kitchen, so I currently have basil, mint, and cilantro, but there's definitely a lot more herbs to choose from. Those are just like our favorites.
Feeling so sweet, but should it be like this? I'm loving the heat. I think I'm losing it.
Here I'm just cutting up the rest of those fresh flowers to put on the counter. I love having fresh flowers and I feel like I haven't had any in a couple months, but I have like a funny little story. So back when Kyle and I were first married, maybe even we might have done this when we were dating, I'm not really sure, but definitely when we were like first married, we just did not have any extra money to go around at all. And so what we would do is whenever we were at the grocery store or wherever they would have fresh flowers, Kyle would walk through and he would look through all the different ones and he would pick one that he thought that I would love. And he would turn to me and tell me, these are the ones I would love to get you. And it was really sweet. We didn't end up buying the flowers because like I said, we had no money to buy anything extra. But it was just really sweet because he would like think about it and like pick which ones that he thought I would like. And so I kind of got the enjoyment of receiving flowers without actually receiving them, but it was just kind of a sweet thing. And then it became a thing that we did every time we would pass flowers. He would pick which ones he would give me and let me know which ones he would pick for me. And so it was so funny. The other day we were at the store and I told the boys about that story. And then I went to the store the other day with Liam and Noah. And without even thinking about it, we passed by some of their fresh flowers and Noah looked around and he goes, "Mom, I would love to get you these flowers." And he picked like a certain bouquet for me. And it was just so sweet because I didn't really think much about that story when I was telling it to them. It was just, you know, something I mentioned when we were walking throughout the store. But obviously it stuck with him and it was just so sweet that he decided to kind of take that upon himself and say that to me. And so it was just, I don't know, it made my day. But anyway, here I'm just showing you guys how everything turned out. You guys have to let me know what you think of everything. I definitely love it all.
Kinda simple, kinda wishful about things. And you're kinda simple, but like a pistol, you fire. Sometimes you get under my skin like a lover, and sometimes you don't wanna come back 'cause you'd rather stay out with another. Talking to strangers and make out spontaneously. Now I'm so tired of hearing all your stories about the drunk nights, bragging in the glory. You're such a nice guy when you're not just talking about yourself and the way of how you
decorated. So finally we are to making some yummy recipes. We're gonna start out with some homemade lemonade. All you're going to need for this is just water, lemons, and sugar. And I'm gonna add strawberries, so you can make a strawberry lemonade if you want, but I'll also just kind of include the base recipe of that. So let me grab all the ingredients. So for this recipe, you're going to need 1 cup of sugar, and this is regular sugar. It kind of looks like brown sugar, but it's just sugar in the raw. 7 1/4 cups of water, and the reason it's like random and it's 1/4 cup is because we are going to add in 3/4 cup of lemon juice. I do think fresh tastes best. However, this stuff, it's just pure lemon juice. This tastes very, very close, if not the same. And so I would say if you don't have fresh lemons, go ahead and use something like this. And then also if you don't have enough, you can supplement with this. And then we're going to add some strawberries as well. Okay, so first we're going to wash our lemons because we're actually going to use a little bit of the lemon peel. All right, first thing you want to do is actually roll your lemons. Kind of let the flesh of the lemon let go all the juice. You're just gonna sit there and roll it, and you can feel it in your hands. Like you can feel it's like really firm at first. See how it's like nice and squishy now? Just get a little bit extra. So next you're gonna wanna grab a saucepan. It doesn't have to be huge, but it's gonna have to be big enough to fit about 8 cups of water. What we're gonna do is go ahead, turn it up to high, and we can heat up some water. And then we're gonna let this come to a boil, and then once it comes to a boil, we're going to add in 1 cup of sugar, let that dissolve, make sure you're stirring it, and then I'll show you what to do next. So now we're gonna go ahead and grab a mesh strainer, and I actually did not even think about this, but if you use like sugar in the raw and it's darker colored, it's not gonna leave your lemonade looking really, you know, bright. It'll make it a little bit, oh gosh. Not that my towel did any help now, I see. Now I'm gonna take the lemon, the fresh squeezed lemon juice that we had earlier. So you're gonna dump the lemon juice in. Perfect. A good stir. And then you're gonna wanna add about like 3 cups of ice. 1, it will chill it, and 2, it will actually dilute it a little bit more. So for the strawberries, literally all you're going to do is just hull them, make sure you're washed first, and then we're going to just mash them with a fork. The next recipe I'm going to share with you guys is a 1-pot pasta recipe. However, for the last recipe, I'm going to share a really delicious salad. And in that salad, I'm going to add like some corn. And I figured this is the perfect time for me to show you guys how I do homemade like corn on the cob. It is the best you will ever have. So good and super easy. So all you're going to do is fill up your pot with water and bring that to a boil.
There's another side of you trying to break through.
All right, so the water is boiling. So what you're gonna do is turn it off, Then you're going to put your corn, right into that water that was just boiling. And then you just want to take a lid, take one that's smaller than the pot, and kind of submerge it a little bit. This is not gonna work because I don't have like my little tiny lids anymore. You just want to like try to push the corn down into the water, and then you're just gonna set a timer for 10 minutes just like that, and then you'll pull it out and it'll be good to go. So good. So now while our corn is heating up, I'm gonna show you that one pot pasta meal. This comes together super quick, perfect for summer, really like fresh tasting. This is really easy if you're gluten-free, dairy-free, like just don't put in the cheese or put in a gluten-free pasta and you'll be good to go. Okay, so for this recipe, you're going to need some linguine pasta, also some chicken stock, or I just like to use the Better Than Bouillon. You're gonna need 1 red onion, a can of fire roasted tomatoes, some fresh basil, so obviously it doesn't have to come in a pot like this, but any kind of fresh basil will do. You'll need some garlic, the juice and zest from 1 lemon, some olive oil of course, salt and pepper, and then some Parmesan. So again, this is optional, but if you can have it, it's yummy. Totally not necessary though.
All you ever do is say how far you wanna go. Baby, I can tell it's just
So I think I forgot to mention this, but all the recipes that I pretty much ever share on my channel are over on my website. And then I also have recipe cards included in the videos so that you can screenshot them. But if you want to like print them out or anything, then you can go ahead and check out my website for that. But this recipe is so simple. Literally, all I have to do to prep it is chop up the onion and I guess the basil, and then everything I'm going to add into the pot. So simple. You're gonna lift that off safely. And then from here, you can just leave it in there until you are ready to take it out, or you can go ahead and take it out. And as soon as you take it out, I would just recommend putting butter on it if that's what you want to do.
as planned. So you don't know what it means to be
Okay, so you're gonna want to start with a large pot like this, and into that I'm going to add in my pasta. Next, we're going to add in our diced tomatoes, and these are fire roasted tomatoes, which is going to give this dish a really delicious taste and flavor. Next, you're gonna wanna add about 1/2 cup of fresh basil. And the best way to do herbs is, what you wanna do is like clump them up like this, and then you kind of roll them, and it just keeps them nice in like a little package, and then you slice them like that. Next, we'll add in some garlic, and I always say I measure garlic with my heart. So I put in a ton. If you don't want this much, you don't have to, but otherwise you'll put in maybe a tablespoon or so. Next, we're going to add the juice and zest of 1 lemon. And then we're gonna do the same thing that we did earlier, and we'll roll the lemon, and that will let all those juices kind of flow into it a little better. And then we are going to add in about 2 tablespoons of olive oil or avocado oil, whatever you have. And then a little salt and pepper. And you can of course add more at the end. So I'll just do a little to start out. And then finally, we're going to pour all of our chicken stock right over that. And then just add the water to it, and it just makes its own little stock. So now we are just going to bring that to a boil, and once it starts boiling, we'll boil it for like 8 to 10 minutes or so until the pasta is al dente, and then it is done. So super easy.
I know that you're not blind. Tell me what is really on your mind. You know you're
when I went into the fridge to get the stuff for the next recipe, I remembered I had got the broccoli so I could add it into this dish. You totally don't have to, but if you want to like up your veggies, do that. You can add kind of whatever veggies you want into it. You can also even add like chicken or whatever. I am going to go ahead and chop up a few of the florets and add that into the pasta. While it's cooking, I'm going to show you what we need for our next recipe. So we are going to be making like a honey mustard summer chicken salad. So for the salad itself, you will of course need some lettuce. This is just some romaine lettuce. And then you will also want some corn. Again, that can be corn on the cob, that can be canned corn, frozen corn, whatever. You'll also want some chicken. I'm taking the easy route today and doing cooked chicken. You'll need some strawberries, some avocado, and some bacon cooked and chopped up, or some bacon bits. All right, now for the dressing slash marinade, you're going to need some Dijon mustard, and try to get like a more, I don't know, rustic one with more of like the whole seeds. That will give you a lot of extra flavor. Next, you're going to have some green onion, also some olive or avocado oil, as well as some honey and balsamic vinegar. And then of course, you'll have a little bit of salt and pepper to that as well. The pasta is all done cooking. How good does that look, you guys? You have to try this out. It is so tasty. So then you can continue cooking it until it's like as saucy as you want, or not saucy. From here you can add some Parmesan cheese if you want. I'm not going to add it to the whole dish, but I'll kind of just add it on top of whoever wants some. So to make the dressing, you're just going to chop up a green onion. Then you'll add in 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, 1 tablespoon of oil, half a tablespoon of honey, 1 teaspoon of balsamic vinegar, and then salt and pepper to taste. And then just go ahead and give that a good mix. And also, if you are cooking the chicken yourself, I would go ahead and make a bigger batch of this dressing and actually marinate your chicken in it. It will taste so amazing that way. Now, I normally would not have put this many onions in mine because that is like a lot of green onions. However, my green onions were just really big this time, and I just figured, why not? So now that we have that dressing made, I'm just going to prep out my lettuce, chop up my corn, chop up the avocado, the strawberries, all that, and then we will just put it all together. It is so easy.
Why do I make things complicated? Why do I lose all my control? I keep on letting my bad habits make us both come crashing to the floor. Something to save us, close but we're strangers. Feel like we're far apart. Stripping down the middle. Stripping down the middle. Stripping down the middle. This is not what we should be. Trying to get the best of me.
Where did the bacon go? I bet you one of the cats came and grabbed it when I walked out.
Something to save us, close but we're strangers. Feel like we're far apart.
Okay, well, if your cats do not get into your bacon, you would add bacon onto your salad, and it's just that finishing touch, and then you add your dressing on. I cannot believe they did that. Naughty little cats. I need to go quarantine them in case they get sick now.
This is not what
All right, we just finished up dinner. It was so good, you guys. You guys have to try those recipes out. But before we can officially say we are done, I want to get all of those feathers vacuumed up from changing out the pillow covers and everything. And then I also got this little tool from Temu. It's like a carpet scraper thing. And I think it's gonna make a big difference in getting like all the pet hair out of our rug, because I'm just pretty sure we're gonna find a lot. So we'll get it vacuumed, I'll get it scraped, and then I'll show you guys how everything turned out.
Wake up 2 p.m. I don't know where we are. Looks like a cheap
So all these feathers came out of our throw pillows. I was just picking them all out because I feel like that's always how it goes every season when I change out the throw pillows. So I'm getting those all vacuumed up with our vacuum. And I did want to share again, this vacuum is back on sale for 50% off. So it's under $200. Last time I shared about that sale, it actually went off sale really quickly. And a lot of you guys missed out on it. So I told you I would go ahead and let you know next time it goes on sale. So I will have that link down in the description box. So if you are in the market for a new vacuum, definitely check that sale out. And also, are you seeing this? Like, are you as amazed as I am? I am equally amazed as I am disgusted that this is stuck in my carpet. But seriously, you guys need one of these little carpet scraper things. It worked amazing. I literally did not even do the entire carpet. I'm gonna have to spend more time doing this later, but look at all this.
Just from like over there.
It's literally just right here and like a little behind the couch. And all this came up right after vacuuming. That is nuts. You guys have to get one of these. You guys gotta get one of these. Finally, after everything today, we are doing a nighttime family pickup just to clean up dinner and everything. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed all of our summer decorating, summer recipes, and all the things that we did. Do not forget to check out Temu. I will leave their information down below in the description box, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.